One of my students came and took advantage of this trade. There are 4 things that you want to do before you enter that trade. He took a 40% return in minutes, guys. That's how you do this game. Tiny stop loss, and you could have made a 40 to 80% return. Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. Just wanted to show you guys how easy it is when you're scalping the market, how easy it is to make an 80% return. In fact, one of our students took this exact trade that I'm going to show you, and we had actually discussed this exact setup in our webinar, in our mentorship trading course just on Saturday, and this trade came to fruition on Sunday night. I actually set the alarm for this trade, but I missed it. I was out with my family, but that's fine. You have to think abundantly when you are trading. And so when the alarm triggered, at least one of my students came and took advantage of this trade. And I'm going to go through this setup for you guys so you understand the power of using the God ratio and using Fibonacci to make predictions and just patiently wait for the market to come to you. There are 4 things that you want to do before you enter that trade. You want to make sure you have 3 confirmations. You want to make sure you have a tiny stop loss. You want to make sure you know where you're going to get out before you get into the trade. And finally, you want to make sure there's enough money to be made. And I'm going to cover most of these things right now. And if you guys are interested in learning how to do technical analysis and take back control of your destiny, of your financial future, please reach out to me, DM me, and I'll be happy to explain our mentorship program and how within the next 90 days you can be in a position to make killer money by just being patient and using these tools. So let's jump into it. So this here is the S&P future. This is what we scalp. This is a derivative of the S&P 500. I'm not going to get into it. You can Google it and find out what it is. But I love the simplicity of this because it's just a matter of pressing a buy button if you believe the market is going to go up, or pressing the sell button if you believe the market is going to go down, and profiting from it. In fact, today, what I'm going to show you is selling of this asset class and how we were able to make an amazing prediction. As I mentioned, how my students were able to benefit from this one. In fact, there's a post I posted last night, Sunday night, where I showed the actual WhatsApp message from my student. And I actually showed the snippet of the alarm that was triggered, but I ended up missing it, as I said, because I was out with my family. But, if you're not following me, please follow me on Instagram. You'll get a lot of up-to-date news and tips and tricks on trading. So let's jump into it. So as mentioned, this is the S&P futures. This is the 1-hour chart that you're looking at. And that just simply means, when I open it up, each of these candles represents what happens in 1 hour. And when you squish it like this, you get to see the whole market. But I'm only interested in this area here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. First of all, on Friday, the market came down to this area right here. And on Sunday night, it shot up all the way up here. And that's where we took the trade. Now, on Saturday, when we were looking at it, the market was at the bottom here. If I open this up, it was at the bottom here, right? The market had come down. And so we were looking for the market to come back up, to retrace. And you'll notice in any asset class, what typically happens, the market will go up and then it corrects, or the market will go down and then it goes up to correct. It's never ever going to take a straight line up or a straight line down. So that's something to always keep in mind. So our job is to figure out where this market has the highest probability of turning around and then executing that trade. And remember what I said, keep a tiny stop loss. Now, visually, you can get a lot of things on this market. So when this market came to this area up here, we call it memory lines, where the market came and turned around. So we had a hot zone here right across. We also had this peak up here where the market eventually came to today and turned around. That was the high today. But before today, last night, the market came to this area right here, and it corresponded with some Fibonacci's we were looking at. So if you take a Fibonacci from here, from this high to where this low was, then I'm going to remove this other one here for a second. So remember, forget this. We're looking here. The market came down from here all the way here and came up. And this is a retracement point, the 23% Fibonacci. So right here was exactly where we were thinking this market would turn around, because we had the 23% Fibonacci. Fibonacci, and we had these memory lines right here in the past. You can see it here as well. Tell us, so 1, 2, 3, a whole bunch. And this one, of course, is the one that happened today, which you could have taken a sell from there if you got your 3 confirmations. I did not have 3 confirmations. I did not take the trade here, but this one here was the one we called on Saturday. So when you zoom in, now let's go to the 1-minute chart. You get more information when you do this, and there it is right here. So this is our zone, right? This is where the market came on Friday, as I mentioned, and then on Sunday night it just shot up. This is the 23% Fibonacci line I just showed you, and the market went there, and that's exactly where we said we would take it if it does, because it's a tiny stop loss if the market goes against you. So we knew that there is a huge probability of the market going there. Now, if you do a reverse Fibonacci or a Fibonacci extension, and I'm not going to go over these tools, but if you go through these tools, you'll be able to get other confirmation to show you exactly. And right here, you can see we have a 113 in that area. So we knew that was going to be a strong area with the 3 confirmations. So the market went there and came down. And what did we do in terms of profit? Well, we take our Fibonacci, we go up to that high, because remember, the market wants to retrace, and you could have come down all the way to that 23% and end up with an 80% return. My student, Brian, was very conservative, and he took a 40% return in minutes, guys. That's the best part. So remember, each one of these candles represents what happens in a minute, and you can see that right here. So he was able to make that money in minutes. And that's how you do it. That's how simple this strategy is. So just to repeat, you have to make sure you have those 4 things before you enter that trade. You got to make sure you have 3 confirmations. We had 3 confirmations before we entered that trade, and we just set the alarm. The alarm got triggered. We went in front of our computer and we executed that trade. Well, like I said, I didn't because I was out, but my student Brian did, and I'm not sure who else did, but that's how you do this game. You do the analysis ahead of time. You don't want to be doing your analysis when you're trading. It can really mess you up. There are times, of course, when, yeah, you're going to have to do it very quickly, but it's always great to do that analysis ahead of time, be prepared, and then execute the trade when that alarm gets triggered. The next thing, your stop loss can be really tiny, because if you've got an area of confluence where you have the 113, the 23% Fibonacci, and you've got memory lines in that area, it's telling you the probability of the market turning around here is extremely high. So the market went there, and then you decide, where am I going to take profit? Well, you do the Fibonacci from here to here, the market is going to retrace. And so you can go as low as the 23 or even lower. But conservatively, you can see the market went past that 23. If you had gotten out here, that would have been an 80% return, and the market went up slightly and came back down. So you can actually be wrong in the direction, meaning this market is bearish. This market is going down, and still make money. Why? Because when the market goes down, it doesn't go down in a straight line. It goes down, and then it does a little bit of a correction. The 4th thing is you want to make sure that you have a good risk to reward. And in this case, we did. Tiny stop loss, and you could have made a 40 to 80% return. Guys, if this is interesting to you, I'm happy to discuss my mentorship program. If you want to get some more videos, please click on the videos at the end of this. They'll just be on top of the screen, and you can watch other videos and learn some more. Follow me on Instagram, and please, if you like this stuff, like and subscribe so that it motivates me to put out this information. If you don't like it, that's okay. I appreciate you being here anyway, but if you do like and subscribe it will really help the algorithm. I will really appreciate it. Hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.